Yo, what's going on everyone? CMShortboy here, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, new background, you guys like it? We're in the corner of my room now. We got half the wall art I bought. We got the freaking Chicago flag, and then we got the nice ambient lamp, courtesy of Amazon. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. So, today, we need to talk about something. We need to talk about the Google event that went down on October 4th, and needless to say, I'm pretty freaking disappointed. If you guys live under a freaking rock, Google announced Google Pixel 2, Google Home Mini, Google Home Max, Google Pixelbook, Google Clips, Daydream View, and Google Pixel Buds. So let's get into everything that went down, at least all the stuff that matters. So with that being said, let's start with Pixel 2. You know how I said at the beginning of this video that I was highly disappointed? Well, you're about to be pretty freaking disappointed. I kid you not. Google Pixel 2 is literally Google Pixel 1, just with a slightly better processor. We went from a Snapdragon 821 to a Snapdragon 825. That's literally the only thing that has changed about the phone. Like, I'm not even kidding. That is the only thing that has changed about the freaking phone. Everything else, like spec-wise and everything, the changes are so freaking minimal. You can't even call it minimal. It has changed literally not even that much. And then you're all gonna be like, Colton, what about the freaking Google Pixel XL? Well, other than the edge-to-edge display, literally the exact same thing as Google Pixel 1 XL. No change in specs really, other than the slightly better new CPU. And that's really it. It's disappointing. I will admit Google tried with the whole edge-to-edge display, but you know, it just wasn't there. The bezels are freaking massive. It looks like the screen is sunken in the phone versus freaking popping out at you. It's just overall a bad cosmetic design when it comes to the edge-to-edge display. And speaking of cosmetic designs, am I the only one that does not like the outside of this freaking phone, preferably the back? Like, I like the colors, but why the frick are there two solid colors on the back of the phone? Like, the best one is their black one, because it actually looks slightly all black. I mean, like, the white one, the freaking black and then the white, that's too much of a contrasting color. I think it looks ridiculous. Plus, on the white and black one, they got a freaking orange button on the side. Like, I don't understand your designs here, Google. They are not cosmetically appealing. So yeah, that is simply it for the Google Pixel in this video. It was literally that disappointing. So let's move on to something that's a little less disappointing. Moving on to Google Pixel Buds, alright? So this is simply Google's wireless Bluetooth earbuds to coincide with the Google Pixel 2, considering, they took out the freaking headphone jack. Google Pixel Buds is simply, like I said, Bluetooth wireless earbuds, and with the tap of a button on your right ear, you can get real-time translations. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, are you ever going to use it? Probably not ever in your freaking entire life, but I guess it's cool. And then other than listening to music, that is literally it. That's it for the Google Pixel Buds. Now let's move on to the Google Pixel Book. So this is, it's a tablet, it's a Chromebook. It's their higher end Chromebook. Can we all agree that Chromebooks are pure shit in the first place? Can we just all agree on that? And I just want to run through these specs with you. So the new Pixel Book, which I don't know why it's called a Pixel Book. I don't know why it's not called a Chromebook if it is an actual Chromebook. Like, the Pixel Book page says it's a Chromebook. So why isn't it called a Chromebook? I'm not really understanding that, but that's beside the point. So we have an SSD, a solid state drive of 128 gigs, 256 gigs, or 512 gigs. That's decent. Alright, I like that. And then we move on to the next spec here. We got a 7th gen Intel Core processor. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay, we got all-day battery life. That is pretty amazing. We got 8 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM. That is pretty good for a Chromebook, I must say. And then we can have 15 minutes of charging equals 2 hours of battery life. So that's pretty cool too. But that's not it. We're gonna get into the juicy, like, why is this an item specs, okay? First of all, the Pixel Book is running Chrome OS. Can we all agree that Chrome OS is the most garbage OS of all time? I honestly don't get why Google thinks this is a good idea. I had a Chromebook in high school because that's what my high school did all the computer work on. It was the worst thing ever. And then the next spec we have here is display 12.3 LCD 2400 by 1600 pixels display. You know, that's pretty cool. There's also touchscreen display. That's pretty cool too, considering it's a tablet. It would make sense. Who wants a laptop that small though? Real talk. I can understand maybe people that travel a lot for business, but still, if you travel a lot for business, you either have a Windows or a Mac. It's just that simple. One thing I do like about the Pixelbook though is that it is made of aluminum. If you guys don't know, past Chromebooks made out of plastic. Just straight plastic. Like, it breaks in pieces after you drop it for the first time ever. It was garbage, literal garbage. And then the camera in this Pixelbook is 720p, 60 FPS is nice, but 720p? Why? So here's the kicker, alright? So the Pixelbook sounds like a decent-ish laptop for like probably someone in business or someone who really needs a lot of space to save their stuff. The 8 and 16 gigs of RAM is actually really nice, but here's the kicker. The baseline model is $1,000. What? I don't understand, other than maybe the 7th gen Intel Core processor making this thing that expensive. But here's the kicker even about the 7th gen Intel Core processor. That's not even base model. There are 3 models total. The first 2, which are the cheaper alternatives, have i5 processors in them. And if you want the i7 version, you pay $1,000 plus $700. We're looking at least a $1,500 laptop here for essentially nothing you're going to get out of it. I will admit, it's a decent little laptop for people that are primarily on the go and need a decent amount of RAM and storage space and blah, blah, blah. But why is it this expensive? You can go get a regular Chromebook with slightly less specs for like $200 or $300. I don't understand what the big leap is here. It's, like I said in the beginning of this video, it is really disappointing. I really don't get it. But there is maybe one good thing that came out of the Google event on October 4th, and that is probably the Google Home Mini. I know, out of the entire event, a little freaking speaker is the highlight. Are you serious? If you guys don't know, Google has this device called Google Home. It's essentially Amazon Alexa, but Google version, obviously. And then, first of all, the Google Home retails for $149, all right? The Google Home Mini retails for $50. And has all the same features as Google Home, the regular version. And by the way, they did release Google Home Max, which is a bigger speaker, for $400. But that's beside the point. Let's get back to the Google Home Mini. So, Google Home Mini, right? $50. If you had the choice between a Google Home Mini and an Apple HomePod, keep in mind, an Apple HomePod is $350. Which one would you choose? Because not only is the original Google Home almost half the price, but the Google Home Mini is even more than half the price. Also keep in mind that the Apple HomePod only uses Apple Music for music streaming, as the Google Home Mini uses all of these right here. On top of that, you can use your Google Home Mini to set alarms. You can use it to turn on and off your smart home equipment. And, you know, just basic other things that Google does. Like, you can search Google things just like Amazon Alexa and stuff like that. So all around, Google HomePod Mini blows Apple HomePod out of the water by far in specs, what it can do, and price. So if you're looking to start your maybe smart ecosystem up in your home, Google Home is the way to go. But yeah, that's simply it for this video, everyone. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the whole Google event. I'll link the event down in the description so you guys can watch it. I'll link the store in the description as well so you guys can see all the product specs and everything like that. Like this video if you guys haven't already. Sub if you loved the video. And yeah, I was pretty disappointed when it came to the Google event this week. But you know, there's always next year, I guess. Pixel 3. Hopefully it's actually a different phone this time. And yeah, my name is CMShortboy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And until then, peace. Adios.